Moody's has raised its outlook on Italy to positive, affirming Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's efforts to tackle the country's finances. It comes just weeks after rival ratings agency S&P raised its Italy rating to BBB+. So we thought, why not looking at some of the asset performances since the arrival of Giorgia Meloni in office. At the moment on your screen, you have the performance for the yield on the 10-year Italian paper. And you can see that we are in a much better position today than we were when she arrived in office. I also want to show you the performance in terms of the equity markets. Looking at the FTSE MIB over this period, it is also clear here that since Meloni arrived in office, the main market is up by more than 80%. And of course, we always need to take this with a little bit of pinch of salt because there's other market dynamics here. But ultimately, Italy seems to be in a much better position, and investors seem to be a lot less worried with Italy today than where we were before Giorgia Meloni arrived in office. I also want to show you the performance of the FTSE MIB versus the European benchmark, so you get a better idea of how that compares between these two, the benchmark and the Italian market. And once again, we have seen a lot of movement for Italian equities. So let's discuss the outlook for the Italian economy with our next guest, Nicola James, MD for Global Sovereign Ratings at Morningstar DBRS. Nicola, good morning. Great to have you on the show. It seems that the situation for Italy has improved a lot since Giorgia Meloni arrived in office. Before we discuss the latest rating position, I'm just wondering, how would you assess and to what extent, how policies have actually driven this market performance?
There's a couple of things that we're looking for, and that's the situation with Italy's potential GDP growth. And behind that, are a variety of factors, including the options for Italy with structural reforms, for example, and making progress with its recovery and resilience national plan. So, we have been watching this, and as you're aware, in October, we introduced a positive trend on Italy's rating, and potential growth is really important there. And it's also important that Italy has been quite ahead in receiving funds. And what we're looking for now is the implementation of those funds. And it's been quite difficult to spend the money. There have been bottlenecks and other kind of, delays in the implementation. But overall, I think Italy's potential growth is looking a lot better now. And that's key to the future outlook for the Italian economy.